Check this out. I got the sinks both filled with water. Watch what happens when I drain them. 1, 2, and let's go look over here. And guess what else? This is what is happening in the shower. That is a clear indication to me that we have a blockage in the main drain line headed out to the sewer. This is a great time to find this right before these people buy this new construction house. They can get this cleared and they won't have this problem when they move in. I'm on the roof of a new construction house, and behind me is a furnace flue. It's made out of galvanized metal, and as you can see, it has been painted. And if you look closely, it's not just spray painted or anything, they actually brush painted. So they took a can of paint up here and a paintbrush and painted it by hand. People always get so upset with me when I talk about all this galvanized metal that needs to be painted on a roof. And what I've learned is that it's a regional thing. We paint ours here. You can see all of this metal on all of these roofs has been painted, all except for maybe the top of this furnace. So every once in a while they don't paint the top of them. Now the one that I was just looking at actually has the top of it painted, but sometimes they don't paint the top. I'm not exactly sure why, but as you can see, all of this metal is painted, and it is to keep it from rusting. Because even though it's galvanized metal, eventually if not painted, it will rust. Now this is an unfinished house, but you can see all the unpainted flashings and whatnot on top of this roof, and to me, that's just not a good look. So while in other parts of the country we may not be painting this metal, around here we do. And you might think that's silly, but I've seen a lot of these things rusted, and I've seen this galvanized metal rust after only a few years, so I think it's a good idea to paint it before it gets rusted and keep up with that. And by keep up with that, I mean you should have your roof inspected every couple of years. Maybe I say every 4 to 6 years, depending, more frequently if you can afford it. And that stuff can be repainted and resealed at that time. I got grass and stuff all. They're doing yard work on the house. I'm inspecting it. Anyway, I got all this stuff all over me. Anyway, I want to talk to you about weep holes. So, Matt, what the are weep holes? Well, weep holes are small openings in the bottom course of the brick usually that give moisture that can be trapped in the walls a chance to escape, an area to escape. And this is what they look like. In brick, you're going to see them like this. And these are they only need to be every 33 inches, but they can be more, just not less. And you can see they've gone every brick. They have a weep hole. And up here, they're above windows and doors as well. You can see they have them here. But what if I have stone veneer? This is what they look like in stone veneer. They just have a small opening at the bottom like this. This is not a weep hole. This is a screw up. They need to put some mortar in that spot. But what I want to show you is they did not put any weep holes along the front here. Not one. Well, okay, one. We have one. They did one right here. That's the only one up here. And also, above the garage door, we do not have any weep holes as well. We do have some weep holes above this garage door, but they did not get any above this garage door. Get your new construction home inspection. That way we can catch stuff like this. I mean, this stuff's been code for a long time, so you wouldn't think that they would miss it, but sometimes they still do. Started inspecting an upstairs bathroom. One of the first things I did was plug my GFCI tester in the outlet, pop the GFCI. I didn't hear it click, but the lights and everything went off. And so I ran around the house looking for a GFCI reset. 2 of the other bathrooms, everything was working just fine. Here in the master bathroom, we had the lights not working. And so I knew it was tied into here somewhere, but I've looked everywhere. There is one outlet right there. And then there was not one for over here. There should be one at both sinks. I didn't clue into it right away. It took me a little while to figure it out, but here's the deal. It's behind the damn mirror. Let's see if I can show you. There it is, back there. That wasn't a good idea. I'm up here in an old hot attic. We got some issues going on, including some framing issues. Check it out. Right here you see a collar tie that is broken. The other half of it is hanging over there. And we have another collar tie that's just laying here, so it fell down. This right here, this is the range exhaust, and it's fallen down. It used to be connected up here, but it's fallen down. Now it's exhausting into the attic. And also, if you look right here, we got a split rafter right about there. And some of these rafters are not making very good contact with the ridge beam here. Furthermore, we have some electrical we got a junction box that's open here, some splice wires going on right about here. Then there's the fact that we have this curtain style radiant barrier that's hanging up here, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's definitely blocking my vision, and we already have some problems. And so I'm curious what I can't see.
This is where I set up my ladder. Notice I got my towel on the gutter. Notice right next to it, there's a couple of spots where the gutter is scratched up, where somebody else at some point has set a ladder. Same thing over here. Don't know if you can see this one as well, but right there and there, somebody has set a ladder and scratched up the gutter. So what point am I trying to make? Well, let me take down my ladder and show you. And here is the result. Here's where the previous ladder was put up. You can see the scratches on the gutter there and there, but nothing over here where my ladder was. No scratches, scratches, no scratches, scratches. Respect the property you inspect. Come look at this ridiculous siding installation on this new construction house. I want to focus in on these butt joints between the fiber cement board planks here, and as you can see, they are just wide open with no type of joint treatment whatsoever. Now I want to refer to the James Hardie manufacturer's installation instructions, where they say that there are 3 methods of joint treatment that are acceptable. 1, and the best, being a piece of flashing behind this joint. 2, being caulking, which is not recommended, however it is acceptable. And then the 3rd one would be a joint cover. And as you can see here, we don't have anything at all, and luckily they left this one a little bit loose here for me so I can show you that there's certainly nothing behind there, no piece of flashing behind there. So we don't have a cover, we don't have caulk, we don't have flashing behind there. This is ridiculous. It's done wrong. One more thing while I'm over here. Talk about a professional job. What in the heck?
Let's talk about smoke and carbon monoxide detectors on new construction houses. This is a smoke and carbon monoxide detector. You're going to find these located on the outside of bedrooms, and in all the bedrooms you're going to find smoke detectors, such as this one right here. You can tell the difference because this one doesn't have the gray writing on it. However, it's just white and it says smoke detector. All of these should be interconnected so that when you set one off, they all go off throughout the house. Let's set this one off and see what happens. I got my smoke pole here, and we'll hit it. And we can hear other ones go off throughout the house. All right, so we were just in that bedroom right there. Let's go to this one. All right, now we'll set this one off. And we don't have any other ones going off throughout the rest of the house. This condition does not meet current standards and needs to be corrected.
You got to take a look at something right up here with me. Now I'm seeing this at ground level, but I'm gonna get a ladder out and take a look. If I can see that this is in this shape from ground level, I can already tell it's gonna look a lot worse up close. Oh man, it's way worse than I expected. You know, I've seen this before. This almost feels like deja vu, but this one's worse than the last one. Check this out. This is a house that's been constructed for 11 months. Look at this huge gaping hole, no drip edge, no flashing. I can't stand it when we have these 2 pitches of roofs coming together like this, and then they just don't even bother to protect this area at all. Insane. Clearly the buyer didn't get a pre-purchase inspection, so they had me out to do a warranty inspection, and I'm glad they did, because the builder can't leave it like this. This is ridiculous. Sometimes I just get flat out angry at how the builders leave these homes for these new construction buyers. Ridiculous. Get your new construction home inspected, people. It's a disgusting rainy day outside, but I'm here on a pre-drywall inspection, and we got to do it anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm an all-weather inspector, and I found a bunch of stuff, so come take a look with me. We'll start with the interior, and who knows, we might just end with the interior because there might be enough stuff out here that I don't have to take you outside. But I want to talk to you about this toilet drain. It is supposed to be 15 inches away from any wall or anything near it. And as you can see here, we have about 12 inches from this shower bench. So that's not going to work. We do have 15 inches here, but the only problem is we only have about 29 inches to deal with before this cabinet here. So I don't know how they're going to deal with all that, but this is going to need to be moved and things are going to have to be changed. The next thing is this supply line for the same toilet. You can see it's loosey-goosey here. It's come loose from its straps and needs to be properly secured in the wall cavity. And then up here you can look where these electrical wires go through the wall. They have added this foam. This is for fire blockage. And you can see we have some holes here that they did not put any foam in, so that definitely needs to be done. Come around here in the front entryway and we have a hole. I don't know, somebody punched a hole here in the insulation, so that needs to be fixed before the drywall goes up. Oh, and drywall is going up very soon. You can see it all stacked over here.
I'm inspecting this new construction house today. I'm going to see how many issues I can find just in this one little corner real fast. You ready? Let's go. We have no extension or splash block underneath this downspout. This is going to cause erosion. We have missing flashing where the siding is installed above the brick veneer. We also have duct tape used to wrap water piping. This is already starting to deteriorate, and this is new construction. We have it going on here too. We are missing sealant around this area, around this wall penetration as well, and